So here we go, welcome back to another edition of Game Day. I'm inside a very wet Portman Road and it's forecast to rain all game, so it's going to be a very wet one indeed. Town take on Burton Albion in this League One clash. Of course the Blues looking to get back to winning ways after the goalless draw in Milton Keynes last weekend. I'm going to bring you the sights, the sounds and the rain and the thoughts from the Town fans after the game on the result. Hope you enjoy as ever. Let's go! Burton Albion.
Luke here after Ipswich Town 3, Burton 0. What do you think of that one, boy?
We didn't even have to be at our best, I don't think. We could have scored 5 or 6, I reckon.
I don't think it could have been. It really should have been 5 or 6.
There was the 2-on-1 in the first half. Burns should have crossed it to Piggott. Piggott's hit a post.
Norwood at the end. And
Morsey
had one smothered, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Burns had that fizz cross right across the face of goal. That deflection could have gone anywhere. So
coming into this game, I felt really comfortable up until they had that result in midweek against Bolton, who are absolutely flying and have won again today. And then that put a little bit of fear into me. But
I think I wasn't quite so fearful of them because the caveat to it is they were at home and their pitch is a mess, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but you still see
get them to Portman Road. Pitch is actually looking really good pre-kick-off given the rain, and I think we played a football on it, particularly when the rain sort of stopped a bit.
Absolutely, I think it stopped at a good time for us.
Yeah.
And just as the conditions were maybe starting to favour Burton a little bit.
Yeah, I think it stopped, and then once it stopped, it was almost like a switch, weren't it?
Yeah.
Our football started to happen a bit more.
Yeah.
Special shout to Caden Jackson. I think he had a brilliant game.
Yeah, man of the match for me.
The goal could have been 3 assists, 2 really good pick-outs for the ones that he did get.
Probably could have had a couple of goals as well.
Yeah.
I think what was really pleasing that we've not seen Ipswich teams do enough in the past is when you're at 1-0 up, and Burton did have a little spell at 1-0 up, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
We did go and get that killer second, and we haven't done that enough historically, and it's good to see. And
I think we're able to go and get that killer second as well because our defence, the past, is it 4 games with a clean sheet now?
Something like that.
Our defence is solidified enough to actually then go and give us that platform to go on and get a second or a third.
Yeah, and I mean, we both said, didn't we, when we saw the lineup, we were like, almost a bit of an unorthodox one, but McKenna's got to take full credit, still undefeated at home.
Yep.
And he's brought that gap down to 4 points.
Yep.
It keeps getting smaller as the games go by. It's the hope that kills you, but
we're tracking at more than 2 points a game. 2 points a game.
Oh,
2 points a game had us at 75 points not long back, and that's a pretty good target to be aiming at.
You love an average.
I do love an average. I love a stat. I love working things out. I'm quite boring on that front. So
we go on a Tuesday night now. It's another on paper.
I think we should
game, and we'll
get a win there, and then take.
They have scored 5 today at Wickham.
They've also let in 5 against a team that aren't as good as us at the moment.
We'll see where we get to then.
Yeah, I think that's
up the town.
Well, hey, so it's a bit of an exclusive today. It's Mike and not Mark. It's Bono, aka Matt, aka whatever you want to call me.
Bono and Mike.
Ipswich Town 3, Burton Albion Neil, what did you make of that today?
Good clean sheet, that again, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's just unreal, isn't he, that goalkeeper we've got? I think we should sign him up.
Definitely. Biggest signing of the year, Mr. Christian Walton. Well played, sir. So when Mr. Caden Jackson scored after 40 seconds,
Yes.
I thought my 4-2 prediction is going to ring true. But they kind of Burton set in a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah.
We do this thing, I'm hoping it's kind of purposeful, where we kind of just sit back. Because we do make a lot of teams look quite good early on, but I think... many seconds, go on, boy.
We're absorbing a lot of pressure, aren't we?
I think that's what it is.
Whereas before we'd have caved in like Ross's opinion on us getting in the playoffs.
So the season is not dead. We are 4 points from the playoffs. We're 12 points from automatic.
I had an inflatable egg.
What did you do with it?
I ate it.
Well, it's not Easter
No,
yet,
I
is
actually
it?
didn't know. Have you tried to get hold of an inflatable egg without actually being covered in bunny rabbits or Easter?
It's just bunnies all the time, isn't it?
Not Stuart Watson.
But it was a fantastic performance today. I think Selena coming on really changed the game. Connor Chaplin baby as well. And Wes Burns really came into it as well. It's quite hard to fault anybody's performance really today.
It's like a smooth engine, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's like an oil change.
Absolutely. It's
a
like
filter change.
It's like a
Full service Campbell.
It's like a little red Corvette, isn't it?
It's just purring now.
But we are revving up. It's nice to see the players come over at the end. Kieran McKenna giving it the old heave-ho. But we're a bit wet. We're a bit cold. But we won't let that dampen our feelings about Ipswich Town climbing the league.
We on Cheltenham.
See you Tuesday.
Segs here. Well, what a performance, what a win. Really happy with that, really chuffed. We've got to perform like that every week to keep pushing on, push up to the playoffs. We keep saying it every week, but we 3-0 today. We're 4 points behind now. Sunderland lost. Wickham drew with 5-5 randomly. So we keep performing like that, keep getting those results, then we'll be there or thereabouts in the season. But in terms of the game today, Caden Jackson, where did that come from? Easily the best player on the pitch today for us. Using his pace to get behind the defence, and just and the crosses he was getting in, just man of the match for me. What a performance from him. Never thought I'd have said that a couple of months ago, but he's done well. McKenna's found the player in there and he's brought him out. So he's done really well. Morsey again, you can show why he showed why we missed him. Fortunate not to get a goal during the second half, but we've won, so it doesn't matter. Norwood at the end there, what he was doing, no idea, but we've won that game. Got another clean sheet. The back four there again, phenomenal to keep a clean sheet. Burns today, one or two sort of crosses that he overshot, but again, he's consistent for us on that right hand side, and just a magnificent signing for us in the summer. So he's done really well again today. He's got the goal as well, the second goal for us. So yeah, just generally really happy with the 3 points, and we just got to keep doing that and keep pushing on. McKenna's at the wheel.
It's Matt. That was a really enjoyable 90 minutes of football. I thought we were in control of the game, but pretty much all of it really. We had that little bit of pressure from Burton in the first half, and we weathered it. The early goal was massive, really. I think that did for Burton. They had a game plan, obviously, and it's sort of undone by going 1-0 down so quickly. I think keeper should have done better for the first goal, really. Where I'm sitting in the Churchmans, he seems to have gone down in instalments for that one, and I was almost screaming for Jackson to square it rather than hit it, but it's in. And second half we came out and carried on where we left off. I'm quite happy. Jackson seems to be having a bit of a renaissance under Kieran McKenna. And he's getting in behind the lines well. I thought he had a really good game today. He's creating stuff wide in the middle as well. Sammy Morsey breaking the lines today. Again, just shows how much we missed him, that 4-game suspension. Yeah, I just really enjoyed today. And yeah, I mean, we've got another point closer towards 6th place. Wickham have only got one game in hand, and last time I checked, there was a 5-5 against Cheltenham for them today. So, it's... is it on? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can take it being on, but yeah, that was a good day out today for Ipswich. Definitely a good day out today.
Hey, I'm James, and I'm reacting to Ipswich Town 3, Burton Albion 0. And wow, what a performance from the town today. Really pleasing all throughout. First half, I thought absolutely killed their game plan early on. Caden Jackson, imperious throughout. This could be the renaissance of him. I was really impressed with his running all afternoon. Scoring so early on, though, just kills Burton's game plan to probably keep it tight and basically just hammer the box. As we got through the first half, though, we did struggle with their set pieces, but you go in at half-time, no goals conceded. Absolutely fantastic. And second half, we oozed class. It's the kind of team which you're thinking at this point in the season, if we're challenging for the playoffs, we should be putting to the sword. And in the second half, we absolutely did that. Again, Caden Jackson with some excellent running. We could have scored a hatful this afternoon. It was so good. We were creating chances all throughout. I absolutely loved it. Bring on Tuesday night. The playoff push could well be on.
All right, David. Can't complain at all. Well, I've got one complaint in a moment, but utterly dominant. It could easily have been 6. And I was crying out for. I've got my maximum points in the prediction league because it was 3-0, but I was crying out for that one just so that the £1 million pick came in on Morsey scoring towards the end. Yeah, utterly dominant. And Selina, for me, although he was only on for 20 minutes, absolutely transitioned that game. The control he had meant that Morsey was able to drive on, and that 20 minutes when Selina on, we were absolutely, completely dominant on the front foot and driving forward, which is what I want to see. Credit to Jackson for taking his chance there and making life difficult. I wouldn't be me if I didn't have a grumble. So I will have a grumble, which is once again Piggott, who is a plank. He doesn't hold the ball up. He slows stuff down. He hasn't got the pace. If you fire the ball into him and just drive him into the pivot like Wimbledon did, he'll score. But he's not a footballer. I don't see what he brings. I think that he's fifth in the line. Frankly, and that was shown when he went off, that we took control in a way that we can't do when he's on the pitch because he doesn't have that close control. But it was a dominant performance despite that absolute abomination of a referee. And I tweeted at half time, I'd rather be covered in Brian Gunn's diarrhoea than ever have to see that miserable little arse referee ever again, because he is so inept. And I know we won, but that's important that I complain about referees when we win as well, because it's not sour grapes. He was absolutely shocking. The only reason Evans got booked was because he was complaining about that terrible decision he gave before, and so it was retribution for being whinging. I cannot stand that referee. He should never be allowed near a football pitch again, even to watch a game, let alone referee it. However, despite that diarrhoea comment, absolutely dominant, and I'm buzzing going home.
Chris Peach here again, so I'll try and make this only last more than 30 seconds. What a performance today, another 3-0 win. That's 4 clean sheets in a row. Caden Jackson, man of the match by a mile. He's just come out of nowhere. That just shows what, if you coach a player, show him show his good bits of his game, concentrate on that. I mean, he could have 3 assists today, got 2, scored. Morsey, Evans again, solid midfield, back 3 were brilliant. Another clean sheet. Lucky Socks, that's 7 games now. 7 games, 6 wins, 1 defeat. No, 1 draw. Not defeat, we'd be lucky then, would they? But yeah, we'll keep climbing. That's 4 points of the playoffs now. Come down from 9. I'll be honest, I was a bit like Ross after Burton. I was like, nah, it's done. But I'm starting to believe now. So bring on Cheltenham Tuesday night. Come on, you Blues.
Yeah, great win. I've just seen on Twitter as well that that's 7 wins and 7 clean sheets for McKenna, which is fantastic. Compared to, defensively, we don't look like conceding at all. And then the chances that we conceded today, we got Walton. You don't feel like Walton's going to concede. And then Jackson, I mean, he was written off by a lot of people beginning of the season. And before today's game, everyone looking at it going, why Jackson? Why Jackson? Well, he's proven everyone wrong today and said, I want to start, I want to be here. And he deserved the standing ovation. And you could see how much it meant to him, but also the other players, by the way they smiled at him, gave him a hug and things. The referee was shocking. That's absolutely shocking. When you know referee's name, I looked the programme, you know it's not good if you remember the name from somewhere. But no, good win, and hopefully the first of we can get our 3 wins in a row this week with for the first time with Cheltenham and Morecambe. But yeah, great win. Come on the town.
Well, fantastic performance. It's fantastic again to repeat myself. I can't run out of adjectives today. I've used them all up in the 90 minutes. We played absolutely superbly. Burton had a few chances from set pieces, but 3-0 win at home. We are pushing towards that top 6. I'm sure every Town fan went home today happy. Great atmosphere in the ground. Shame about only 107, I think, or 104 Burton fans. But yeah, some real outstanding performances. But man of the match goes to Caden Jackson. I'm sure everybody said the same, but he was superb running the line, running in behind. McKenna gets huge credit for that pick in the first place. He really knows what he's doing, doesn't he? It's just brilliant to see that things are all going in the right place. So yeah, huge smile on all our faces tonight. 3-0 win, come on the town. Just got to give a huge shout out from all of the KOA gang to Sharon and Paul, who I think were sat up in the Magnus group stand, as it's called now. So great to see you there today, and hello from Ross. Come on town, here we go Tuesday, another 3 points please, huge game. Come on the Blues.